So many movies in a small world.
So many movies to be seen.
Movie Holocaust. Movie Holocaust.
Movie Holocaust.
Movie Holocaust.
Sifting through the good, exposing all the bad.
Reviewing films in half like it's all I ever had. Viewing hidden treasures, full reviewing pleasure.
Movies are king, now stare into the screen.
We are here to review films for you.
Movie Holocaust.
How's it going? I'm Matt and this is Nikki, and I'm going to do a quick DVD review on these movies that are either been in theaters for a while or are just getting ready to come out on DVD. The movies are Whip It, Jennifer's Body, Christmas Carol, How to Be, Simon Says, My Sister's Keeper. So, My Sister's Keeper.
You ruined that movie for me.
Well, I didn't even go into it with a negative mindset. You know, I'm not a Cameron Diaz fan. And I watched the movie and I still don't like Cameron Diaz. I just don't think that she's a good actress. She should stick to doing comedies and, you know, date films and stuff. Just not a lot of range. I didn't really like a lot of the characters. There were some of the subplots that were, like, some of the stories in the movie were really interesting, but, like, some of the subplots didn't need to be there, like Alec Baldwin's whole storyline, his character and stuff. I just thought it, like, was distracting and took away from the film, and I just wasn't as moved as I thought I was going to be. So, you know, I like being moved. And I wasn't. Simon Says. I'm a huge Crispin Glover fan, and it was definitely ridiculous and eccentric, what you would expect from Crispin Glover, but it was enjoyable. I did like it. It's just was really strange. Like, it felt like the story could have been so much more interesting, but Crispin Glover is just, it's just something about him that I just really find intriguing and enjoy.
It's like after the film, you're just like, wait, what just happened?
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Definitely check it out, though, if you're a fan of horror films and stuff, and especially if you're a fan of Crispin Glover. How to Be. That's the new Rob Pattinson movie, and right now Rob Pattinson is the biggest thing in Hollywood, and I was really interested to see if he did have range, you know, as a legitimate actor outside of being a vampire, and I think he does. I think that he did a really great job acting. It showed that he had a lot of talent. It was genuinely funny. I thought it was actually, like, even hilarious, some of it. Sort of in the vein of Science of Sleep, he plays this eccentric, delusional, naive artist who is extremely sensitive and is trying to come to terms with reality. And he inherited a lot of money, and he reads this self-help book, and he becomes obsessed with the book, and he takes his savings, and he sends the money in a letter to the author of the book, and has the author of the self-help book move in with him and sort of just watch him objectively as he goes about his normal life, and then just sort of intervenes. And it's an interesting concept, although the third act of the film kind of dragged. Like, the first two are really interesting and really funny, and then the third one just kind of got a little boring and a little slow. But definitely check it out, even if you hate Rob Pattinson. It's a good movie. And then Christmas Carol, Robert Zemeckis' new adaptation with Jim Carrey. I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan. I love Jim Carrey. And I didn't even really care to see this movie. It was just that my family wanted to go see it, and I didn't know it was in 3D or anything. I didn't know a whole lot about this film, so it's definitely pretty trippy. It's like a bad mushroom trip. And Jim Carrey, you know, does a good job. It's like, yeah, very visually cool. Lots of cool shots, and it's just, in the end, though, it just didn't leave that big of an impression on my brain. Like, it's forgettable, but definitely check it out while it's in theaters. 3D is getting better and better, in my opinion. So far, this is one of the best 3D movies that I've seen in theaters. It was pretty cool. And then Jennifer's Body is written by Diablo Cody. I'm not sure if I said her name right, but she, you know, is the writer of Juno, which is all the craze. Everybody loves Juno, and for me, I don't dislike Juno, but it's definitely difficult to appreciate because so many people just think it's this amazing art film, and it just, as far as Ellen Page, I'm always been on the fence with her. I liked Hard Candy and stuff, and I think she's a good actress, but she sort of plays the same character a lot, and I wasn't. Sometimes I like her, and other times I just want to shoot her in the head, and so I didn't really care to see Whip It. I'm not necessarily a huge Drew Barrymore fan, and this is her first film that she's directed. But we went and saw it the other night. It was in the discount theater, and I was extremely surprised at how much I liked that movie. And I think Drew Barrymore did a phenomenal job directing the movie. I think Ellen Page was perfect, and she does sort of play the quirky, awkward, overly intelligent girl, but she didn't do it in the same vein as Juno. She definitely did a different character, and it was really a really good movie. I liked it. And I think pretty much everyone that we saw it with.
I mean, it's really inspirational when you walk out of the theater. You just feel really empowered.
It's definitely a feel-good movie. I think that it's bound to be a cult classic. It's going to be one of those movies, because obviously Ellen Page is going to become a huge actress. She already is, and it's going to be one of those films that people talk about when she was younger. Really cool movie. Kristen Wiig is in it, and this is one of the first times I've really seen her play a larger role. She usually plays like a very supporting characters, and she did a really good job. I think that a lot of the actors in it were really good. So,
and even Eve was in it, and I haven't seen her in years.
I really enjoyed the movie, so you should check it out. But we just talked about Whip It. That's the movie.
Jennifer's Body.
Yeah, I was supposed to be talking about Jennifer, which is, because Jennifer's Body, but sort of not sure we're talking about both of them here. But, so Whip It's really good. I really like Whip It. Now back to Diablo Cody. Ellen Page is not in Jennifer's Body. Right now, Megan Fox, there's an awful lot of hype about her. And I'm not a huge Transformers fan. They're entertaining. Like this, I saw the second one in theaters. It was definitely entertaining. It was a little long. But I was kind of interested to see if she really did have any range as an actress, because there has been so much hype about her. And I'm not saying that she's not an attractive person, because obviously she is. But I don't really get the universal intrigue, because she just looks like some chick you would see at a club. You know, I see girls that are that attractive often. You know, she doesn't really, there's nothing really about her to me that's that intriguing or that, like, I don't know what it is, but anyways.
I almost feel like her personality in real life is the same as the personality that she portrays in a lot of movies.
I think so, exactly. Like, exactly the character that she played in Transformers was the character that she played in Jennifer's Body, and I don't think she has any range as an actress. But for the part that she was playing, she did well. But if there's anything that really, like, carries this movie, is Amanda Seyfried, I'm not sure how to say her name, who was in Mean Girls, which, in my opinion, Jennifer's Body is slightly in the vein of Mean Girls, but definitely more influenced by Heathers, or I've heard some people say Jawbreaker, and it was really cool. I really did enjoy it, and I really do believe that it was trying to be a cult classic, and in about 10-15 years, I wouldn't be surprised if it does become that, but I thought it was really anticlimactic in the end. I was really hoping for more, but it's supposed to be in a small town, and they did an excellent job, like, portraying people in a small town like that, and that was really cool. But I just was really disappointed and was kind of hoping for a lot more. So, Megan Fox, she's, whatever, but Amanda Seyfried, she's gonna blow up. She's the next huge thing. I think she's an excellent actress. I think she's intriguing. And if for no better reason, you should go see the movie for her. So, yeah. So you should check that out. Well, have a wonderful day. And thank you for watching Movie Holocaust number 10.
Subscribe.